Hi, DiAnn. Good morning. This is Heather O'Shea. I emailed you last week about peer coaching for the current 121 course that you have right now. And so I'll be doing a combination of emails and videos throughout the next 5 weeks. I think that kind of helps, at least for me, to visually explain what I'm seeing in your class, that you're doing great, what we can work on together. Um, so far, the introduction posts that you've done with students look great. I mean, you're warm, you're engaging, you connect with what they're saying on a personal level. So you go above and beyond just the welcome to the course and good luck. You kind of pick little personal bits out of their posts to respond to, which is terrific. Um, Likewise, the discussion board responses look good. There's a nice balance between instructive criticism and feedback, and also kind of reaching at the student on their level. So I think there's a nice balance there. One suggestion I do have moving forward is that when you're incorporating those critical thinking questions, let's phrase them as open-ended questions instead of like, can you think of a way to incorporate more description in your essay? Because students can say no, and then they shut down. No, I can't think of any other way. So if we rephrase it as open-ended, it kind of forces a response from them. So we could rephrase it like, um, you know, Taryn, what other ways have you thought about incorporating description into your essay? Or what other ways does the book, give examples of incorporating? Something like that. So it's just not a yes or no answer from them. It makes them think and respond, and hopefully they do respond. I mean, we know it's kind of a toss-up. Not a lot of students will respond every week. Looking back at your IQR, one of the main points of concern was that the speed grader rubric was not being used, and there was no instructive feedback to go along with the discussion board responses, or I should say the discussion board grading, and also waypoint feedback. But I won't talk about waypoint feedback this week because you haven't even done any. Like, we can talk about it next week. But I just pulled up your grade book right now, and I see that you've already started to grade the intro posts, which is fine because students that have done the required amount of work, you could safely grade that. That's okay. So here we have Taryn, and she has a good intro post. She responds to the 3 required students, and I see that you filled out the rubric, and that's terrific. One additional part that we do need to see are the assignment comments. And I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to show you an example. You could do, Taryn, thank you for your introduction post, if I can spell that, intro post, and for sharing, blah, blah, blah. Sharing your academic aspirations, your goals, and responding in length to your peers, something like that. We want to see that type of blurb for every student, and you could make it a template where you just change the student's name, copy paste, and then if you have a student who did not respond to the required amount of peers, then you would just quickly change that part of your template or make another template for those who don't. And then you only have to write those once and then have them saved and then just plug them in. But make sure you write the student's name and then copy paste your little blurb and press submit. The reason why we want both is because the rubric doesn't tell them a whole lot. It tells them basically what they did, but it's our job to explain in this written area what they did well and what they need to work on. And that's for every discussion board. I'll be happy to share my templates with you if you'd like, but just keep in mind that the course is being revised. You're teaching one of the last sections of the old course. So, you don't really want to put a whole ton of effort into writing your templates right now because the course will change. But we do need to see some feedback here. And then let me see, you had this student, Alyssa. I want you to refrain from filling out the rubric yet because she still has until tonight to respond to her 3 peers. So we can't really give her 0 points yet because she hasn't done it yet. If you wanted to have this as a placeholder, that's fine. And then you go back and you edit it tomorrow. But just, keep in mind she still has some time to do that. And it's up to you if you want to mark students late or not. Personally, I don't, especially the first week. I give them that benefit of the doubt, that kind of free pass type of thing if they're late a few days. But that's totally up to you. That's at the instructor's discretion. So that's all I see right now. I like your warmth and your personality in the course. It's inviting. It's, you don't talk down to students. You help them through it. I think that's terrific. So really our focus for the next 5 weeks will be working on your instructive feedback in the discussion board grading area and in Waypoint. So please, DiAnn, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. And I hope you have a great week. Thanks.